Here I am as a kid. Now I'm a washed-up pro snowboarder, dad, and curious food nerd, hell-bent on new adventures. I'm Josh Rosen. Food and adventure have led me to some of the most interesting places. So Huckberry is sending us off to source some of the freshest ingredients, all while taking it in through the lens of the locals. And each adventure ends with a feast. This is Dirt. We're back in the USA for this one. In the state that catches the first light at sunrise and has a coastline longer than California. We're here for the farmers, the shipbuilders, the fishermen and artists, the grit and heritage that makes this place what it is. And of course, we'll be gathering some treasures along the way. Lace up your bean boots, crack a moxie, and settle in.
You landed a dive?
You stuck it, 1.5.
We're up here in Maine.
Awesome.
Fish markets, lobster shacks, tourists and scallywags. We're in Portland, but not staying long. We have a field trip planned with our chef for the episode. This is 11th generation Mainer and chef, Mr. Christian Hayes. From dishwasher and grunge rocker to one of Portland's favorite chefs. He's built some of Maine's most loved restaurants, from whole pigs to hot dogs. Quality and community, unpretentious and fresh. Dishes rooted in Maine. Very punk rock of him. Now, let's step into his world.
And this is John, the man with the boat.
One thing we are going to learn early is that every local Mainer has a boat, or in this case, a cousin with a boat. With downtown Portland's t-shirt shops and tour buses at our back, it's out here in Casco Bay where Maine really starts to introduce itself to us. A smattering of islands linked by colorful ferries. Round here, the sea calls the shots. Welcome to Long Island, population 250, and where Christian cut his teeth as a kid every summer.
Heck of a place to grow up.
Being a feral kid on this island is like a dream come true.
First stop, Long Island Bakehouse. We're here to pick up some classics.
Pick your brand, man. I'm getting a pack of Kings.
No shit.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em candy cigarettes, and some Maine Italians. Fresh New England sub-style buns, boiled ham, American cheese, onions, bell peppers, and Greek olives. Chips are a must. Whoopie pies too. Onward, through dense forests, past quiet coves, to Christian's great-grandparents' house we go.
My great-grandparents lived here, and now John lives here with his family. It's just a different world out here.
Is this meant to like gaze down on you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong?
It is. That's
Like
why. Why we keep it in here.
This is like you're not half the man you think you are.
Yeah.
That's what
You haven't seen what I've seen.
As a kid, Christian remembers waking up to the smell of his great-grandma's fried dough and strawberry rhubarb jam.
I don't know if that's true.
And at low tide, he'd forage for periwinkles in the rockweed for hours. Simple memories that haven't left him.
Cheers, homie. Snapping. Gone snapping.
Color makes it a whole different situation.
I think for a Mainer, as long as it's a red one and it snaps a little.
Oh, that is a snap.
Right, dude? Hot dogs are awesome.
Fresh caught lobster, Maine Italians, and some dirtbag delicacy red snappers. This is Christian's Maine.
I went through a turkey Italian phase for a long time, but I'm back to him. Yeah.
With messy hands, full bellies, and a taste of the nostalgia Maine's famous for, it's time to get this journey started. We're back in Maine's largest city. Once a vital trading hub for the North Atlantic, this city was built around a deep harbor, a rail line to Canada, and a fishing fleet that kept New England very well fed. Also, quite charming. Back on the wharf, Christian's taking us to a landmark of the local seafood trade. This is Brown Trading, his spot for sourcing the highest quality catch in the region. Doesn't get fresher than that.
Such a distinct smell of a like really clean, fresh.
Doesn't smell like
place.
fish, but it smells like the ocean.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't smell like fish, but it smells like the ocean. Good Lord. It looks like the haunches of a linebacker.
This, my friends, is a 383-pound Atlantic bluefin tuna, relatively small compared to a 1,000-pound adult. Although Maine is the land of lobster, Portland sits near what locals call Tuna Alley, a nearby stretch of water rich with bait fish like herring and mackerel, making it prime feeding grounds for hungry tuna, which means they get huge. Lucky for us, we get a lesson in breaking down one of these hogs.
You said you wanted some fresh tuna?
Yes, sir, thank you. So I assume there's wasabi and chopsticks just around all the time?
It's close nearby.
The top loin and bottom loin are removed. Then the prized toro, or tuna belly, is cut from the bottom loin, the fattiest, most delicious part of the fish. Sushi lovers know. And this piece is for us. Caviar is also one of their specialties here. Don't mind if I do.
Man, not your first rodeo. May I? A lot from left.
Our final stop with Christian is just down the wharf from Brown's,
This is Jay's Oyster.
a timeless watering hole where fishermen, old-timers, and tourists sit shoulder to shoulder. Oysters on ice, crab melts, cold beer, and no judgment.
This place is colorful as all hell, you know. This is the Maine that I grew up with. It's simple. It's not trying to be anything that it isn't. I'm happy here. Cheers, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
To Maine.
And now, we're heading off to find more of this. Nothing fancy. The real Maine. With Hurricane Irene pushing swell up the coast, let's grab some boards and beta from this friendly wave enthusiast. Hard to believe we are just minutes outside of the city. Out here at the mouth of the Spurwink River is the Truman Show-esque town of Scarborough. And this is Higgins Beach. It's what we call a beginner-friendly break. Dogs, foamies, kids, grandparents, Kate's inflatable boogie board thing. Friendly as all get out. Have fun, Kate. Coffee from a paper cup, powdered sugar donuts still warm from the fryer, simple things that taste like a New England summer. Not a bad way to end a glassy surf session up here in Maine. Now back into the city for one last snack before we hit the road. Hidden off the main drag, our next stop feels a bit like a speakeasy. First, dance your way into door number 1. Order some fresh sashimi.
You can try.
I'd love to try.
Try one of Mr. Tamaki's specialties, sea cucumber.
Nice, crunchy.
Yeah.
Gooey?
Yes, crunchy.
Sort of like a gooey duck almost.
Sure.
Sure.
Find the secret lunchroom and express gratitude.
Itadakimasu.
Final door unlocked. If I've learned one thing, when a door opens, walk through it.
Thank you so much. That was incredible.
Never know what happens.
Arigato, Mr. Tamaki. In Maine, the sea ends where the forest begins. Its once booming lumber industry built countless ships and cities, paving the way for the region's textile and shoe industry, with mills powered by Maine's abundant rivers. And that brings us here, to Lewiston. And if there's one guy who's crazy about textiles, shoes, and, well, Maine, it's Huckberry's own, Ben O'Meara.
This was one of the hubs of manufacturing. It's got an incredible history, which I've always appreciated. Like the textile and shoemaking, this was the shoemaking capital of the country for many, many years. It's not the same scale it once was, but I think it takes a lot of determination to, like, no pun intended, like put your feet down and say, like, shoemaking is part of Maine's history. We're gonna protect that and we're gonna carry it on.
At one time, Lewiston was home to 45 shoe factories. Today, there are 2. And Lewiston native Mike Rancourt is keeping that shoemaking tradition alive. This is Rancourt Shoes. With high-quality leather, each shoe is hand-stitched, shaped, and finished, one at a time.
I can't tell you the number of factories that were here that closed and went away, went to China, went to Asia, went to South America. Being from here, that always just didn't feel right. Didn't sit right for me. So I thought one day I'm going to have the opportunity to make a difference, and to this day, I keep that goal in my mind.
Sort of fun fact, the very first brand that I brought onto Huckberry back in the early days was actually Rancourt. It's like, okay, quality, story, history and heritage, there's a timelessness. There was no brand, like, to me at that time that I knew so well, like, had a better example of that than Rancourt.
I mean, there's this fashion side of the industry where the fashion means everything. But on our side of the industry, it's really all about the value you're getting out of the products you're buying from us. And, you know, there's a consumer that really respects what we do and what's important to them, and the fact that it's made here. You know, it's like, this is all real stuff. That, to me, is everything.
And strong.
Yeah, very strong.
Wow, these are gorgeous.
There's a real independence to Maine. There's also such an appreciation for quality because you have to growing up in a place like this. Like the original shoes that they were making here weren't for style, they were for function. And so that quality that Rancourt continues to put out, I think is such a great example of, I think, again, a lot of the things that we stand for at Huckberry.
So that is a Huckberry shoe that we're going to be making in September, October.
Beautiful.
Does this make me even 10% more of a Mainer now? I hope so. We've had our first taste of Maine's modern pioneers. Proof that when you make something honest, it lasts. Here, hard work and attention to detail still matter. And with that, we'll press onward. We've made it to the fabled Midcoast, where sheltered coves, deep harbors, and endless timber fight for attention. Working towns, mudflats, and some tough but kind people. Welcome to Wiscasset, the self-proclaimed prettiest village in Maine, and unofficially the most reliable traffic jam, thanks to this famous lobster shack and an old train that still rolls through town. Could be worse. Out here, at the edge of town, a living forest and a young craftsman conspire to keep alive a trade most folks never knew was dying.
You looking for circumference?
Well, the right shape and diameter matters a lot.
Are they talking to you?
They do sometimes. Oh yeah, this is a good one over here.
Oh, look at her.
You gotta look at it from all sides.
All angles.
Like when I look at it this way,
Yeah.
it's really straight.
Okay, I'm feeling good about my angle here. Do you yell timber when buddy?
This is Eric, and now we're back at his workshop to turn this maple sapling into a tool for people who make messes.
My workshop here is in my storefront. And so when people are considering buying a broom for me or one of the wooden spoons or any other wooden, vessel that I might make, they're standing like 2 to maybe 10 feet from where it was made.
After the bark is carefully peeled and the wood is dried, broom grass is selected, then tightly bound to the handle with cord.
Oh, this is exciting. I I've separated these carefully into layers for weaving with and layers for the insides. I hope that people see me working with tools, and then for them, it's a reminder that they could work with their hands too. That sense of connection that people have, seeing the process and the openness, I think is one step toward building a more kind of open and trusting world, which if I can do that with brooms and spoons, that's pretty good, I think. But might be lofty goals for the humble broom, but I think it's worth aspiring toward.
She's a beauty.
Thanks for the broom, and long live the workshop.
Josh.
Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I've always really been fascinated by history and historical procedures, historical techniques.
When Brian gets into something, he's all in from the get-go. This gourd banjo, he built it from scratch, just like he built Oyster River Wine Growers, a low-intervention winery that's been his baby for 18 years. So Brian does things the old-fashioned way, like plow your vineyards with horses for the first 7 years kind of way.
It's aesthetically such a beautiful grape. It's like iridescent and
Yeah, they turn sort of this coppery color like these ones. Give it a little squeeze. They're starting to get a little soft. Before the natural wine term came about, a lot of people were doing it, but we just called it hands-off winemaking, or we called it low-intervention winemaking. And really, so many of the best wines in the world were made that way. They're just not necessarily advertising it as such.
This is where the juice is made?
Yeah, come on in.
It's not harvest season, but there's always something to do at the winery. This is Brian's 2021 champagne-style sparkling wine. And it's finally time for the disgorgement process.
Eventually, the yeast all kind of gets shaken and then settles down right into the crown cap, into the neck of the bottle.
The idea is to get that yeast sediment out of the bottle.
Now this neck freezer has frozen a little section, so the yeast is in like a little ice cube plug there.
With just the sediment frozen, Brian can pop it right out.
This bottle. And so the yeast has been forced out of the bottle into the bucket, and now we have crystal clear wine.
And then we top this baby off and cork it. Put a bow on it.
Cool.
And of course, try some. Simple, honest winemaking, done the old-fashioned way. And back on the history trail we go. Some traditions have survived in Maine because folks take the time to be both the student and the teacher, ensuring that they carry on. This is the Thompson Ice House.
The ice. And that's been here since February.
For 200 years, folks harvest giant ice blocks from this pond every winter and store them in the ice house for use throughout the year. This is one of the last remaining ice houses in the country. Good ice, hard work, local ingenuity.
If you look carefully, you'll see that there are very few air bubbles.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a gorgeous piece of frozen water.
Frozen water. Just wouldn't be summer without it. Further up the road, and we're in the heart of the Midcoast. Blue collar, artistic, and picturesque. Today we're bouncing around the small port towns of Rockland, Camden, and Damariscotta. It's late summer, that brief moment in time where Maine is in full bloom. Feels a bit like cheating, but we'll take it.
Yo. What's up, man?
What was once the land of lobster is now the new frontier of aquaculture. And this guy is one of the folks leading the charge. His crop of choice? Oysters. Today we're heading out to the Glidden Point Oyster Farms to do some work.
What we'll do is we'll just work north all the way up to Damariscotta. This is where all the oyster production happens for us up here.
Are you wondering what makes this place so good for oyster farming? Well, a few miles up the estuary, there is a giant salt bay that grows huge amounts of algae. Then, 2 times a day, the tide sucks the nutrient-rich algae out of the bay and down the river for the oysters to eat.
And so out of all the estuaries in Maine, if you look on the map, none of them have that Great Salt Bay. That's the engine.
But essentially, it's a food factory that's just cranking out food for the oysters.
The best part is right now. Mid-tide, biofoulings, monotonous flipping bags. I think there's like 7,000, 10,000 bags, one at a time. Once a week, we have to flip them. You see like some seaweed on here? And basically when we flip this over, the sunlight will kill off anything on this side. So all we're trying to do is get the maximum amount of water flow over these oysters, because that's what they're eating.
Is there something that distinguishes a Maine oyster?
I would say like out of all the Maine oysters, they're just like consistently high quality because the water quality is so high.
The other side of this story is that there is a monster lurking beneath the surface.
They're just everywhere.
This is the green crab. This invasive species have 2 purposes in life: eating juvenile oysters and haunting Ryan's dreams. When not munching on baby oysters, their preferred snack is Portuguese tinned fish.
It's a $14 can of fish.
You think that? Somebody help us.
When Glidden Point was founded in 1987, there were less than a dozen oyster farms in Maine. Today there are 150, and 80% of them are right here on the Damariscotta River. Thanks for the meat rocks and these pesky green crabs. It's almost time for dinner. And I have what we call the bivalve fever. I must pull over. Thank you for your patience, Dirt Crew.
Go on.
Twofer.
You?
Yeah, this is a nice big one here, too. Clams.
For dinner, we're heading over to the harbor town of Rockland. Christian claimed he knew a prime spot, run by someone he considers the matriarch of Maine cooking. Full farm, full restaurant, fully spectacular. Melissa Kelly has spent 26 years building Primo. 10 acres, 2 greenhouses, chickens, pigs, and an incredible menu full of freshly harvested food. Oh hey, look who it is. Christian's joining us for a little forage and feast.
It's very ingredient driven and seasonal to the moment, I'd say. We literally look at the harvest list every day and see what's coming, and that's what we make. Our harvest every day comes in here. We keep everything out at room temperature, ready to use, and we rotate up. So these are all local peaches and then all the tomatoes that we're using right now.
Primo is a full-circle, closed-loop farm and restaurant. The restaurant feeds the farm just like the farm feeds the restaurant. Simplicity, seasonality, and freshness. Melissa Kelly's food is just perfect. I sure do love a sunset boat ride. And meeting adventurous locals, willing to sandbag folks that come from away.
Take me from trestle to bread bowl in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, dog.
Not a lot of firsts left in the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Don't let the quaint facades and this perfect light of Midcoast, Maine fool you. Folks here are building with hand tools, horse-drawn plows, oyster baskets, and waders, keeping old traditions alive and making new ones. Maine has the longest coastline in America. Those knobby coves, peninsulas, and 4,600 islands add up fast. It also means we're about to start spending a lot of time on boats.
Ahoy. Hey. Welcome aboard the Dreadnought.
As the saying goes, where the road ends, the real Maine begins. They also say you can't get there from here, but clearly they've never met the Dreadnought. We're here with Jamie Wyeth, artist, Mainer, and lighthouse keeper.
You know, the danger with Maine, I mean, Maine produces more bad art, I think, than any state in the country. It's so emblematic. You know, you have the lobster buoys and the fishermen and so forth. I mean, just as the gulls. I mean, most people paint gulls as if they're doves or something. Well, they're nasty, mean birds, which I love. So there's an edginess.
Jamie's been painting Maine his whole life, but like Christian, his creativity captures the other Maine.
Welcome to Southern Ireland.
Jamie is an islander's islander and lives alone in his 160-year-old lighthouse.
There's something about standing on top of an island and looking at the perimeters of your world that you know gives you a sort of sense of omnipotence. You know, it's sort of this, it sort of focuses things. Living in a lighthouse is kind of like running away with a circus, you know. I think islanders are interesting people. I mean, they choose to be on these islands. I mean, they're different creatures. I had people come on this island and they'll say, well, we must be running out of things to paint. Well, I mean, I could live 4 lifetimes here and still not scratch the surface. My interest in gulls has developed from living here. I mean, they're the only other inhabitants on this island. The line blurs between the animal world and the human world. Maybe I better get off this island, I don't know.
A nice chat with an artist, some rose hips, and a new understanding of island life. Our short stop here was like visiting someone in their dreams. Traded the Dreadnought back in for our rental cars. From one island to another, past more quaint towns and lobster shacks, the painted buoys get us every time. Brioche bun, heavy butter, light mayo, the only way.
That is insanely fucking good.
We've made it to the country's lobster capital, bringing in more tons of lobster than any other port in Maine. But today, we're here for a mighty mollusk. This is scallop farming, and it's a family operation. Marston and Bobby are a father and son team and built up their scallop farm from scratch. 10 years ago, they even went to Japan to improve their techniques. These are lantern nets where scallops spend their life in the open ocean for up to 4 years, feeding on phytoplankton and algae, and all while cleaning the ocean as they grow.
Chefs like to say one barnacle's cute, but...
One barnacle's cute? So a little patina?
Yeah, that's the roe. Kind of looks like a tongue. Pretty good, huh?
That's the best.
As sea temperatures rise and lobster numbers decline, lobstering just didn't seem right to Marston.
I tried everything I could think of to stay out of lobstering.
Smart, as the demand for scallops has only increased.
You know, I was looking at it, and it's like if lobstering, you know, takes a downturn, you don't have any options. You can't get into it. You can't go dragging. You can't go shrimping. You know, you can't do any of that stuff anymore. So I wanted to find something that was sustainable.
They even managed to convert a lobsterman to join their team.
This is pretty cutting edge. Bobby and family are, you know, pioneers of this right now. So golf's a whole different game.
Scallops lobster, which do you like better?
Oh, scallops, for sure. I won't eat these lobsters anymore.
Oh, man. No, don't. Just care about your safety, dude.
Appreciate you.
Wow, nice. All right. Awesome. Wow, I've never seen anybody do that before.
I think constants change. You know, and adaptability is the keynote to success.
Marston and Bobby are part of a new generation of farmers in Maine.
Get over here.
Before lobstering and tourism, Maine was defined by timber and stone. From this quarry came the granite building blocks for the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. And the white oak, cedars, and yellow pine from these forests built some of history's best wooden ships. After the introduction of steel and eventually modern fiberglass, Maine's history of wooden boat building nearly halted. But purists will never die.
Hey. Hey, how are you?
Josh.
Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome to the Wooden Boat School.
Should we go build a boat?
Absolutely.
Sweet. Michael is a boat restoration expert and teacher at this institution. Founded 44 years ago, their mission is to revive interest in these handcrafted beauties by teaching immersive courses. And the Eggemogan Reach ain't too bad of a campus either.
The motto of the school is access to experience. The whole premise is that you're going to come here, you're going to learn what you need to do this at home. We do have some stationary equipment, but for the most part, anything we do can be done with hand tools that you can buy anywhere.
So today we're here for a little sample of what it takes to build a boat.
We're going to cut it long so we don't look like idiots, but it's always nice to know right where it ends. There you go. Okay, so now we're
There we go. Yep.
B-roll, baby. All right.
So this is beautiful.
Yeah. So
And cured, and why is it? It's like weathered to perfection. Insanely light.
Look how light that
That's
is, right?
wild.
Yeah, so
that's what you want your.
So it's rot resistant, it's super light, and it's easy to tool.
This says
This
I'm
says
into
80s.
fashion.
Yeah, 80s
This is
beach volleyball.
Right, or I'm Kanye.
Yep.
I'm going.
You going 7th grade?
I'm going 7th grade chop class.
Nice. I'm gonna go. I'll go beach volleyball.
Yeah, I think we just mix it up a little.
Yeah, I agree.
Maine is one of the last strongholds of wooden boat building in America. Part tradition, part art form.
So the next step would be after we get this to.
All right, let's take our boat sailing. Actually, we'll go with this Haven 12 and a half.
She is pretty. Shall I? Or shall you?
Yeah,
You shall.
go for it.
I'm going in.
This little beaut is named Foxy.
A little more. Try that.
Okay. You like that?
And one like half an inch more. Yeah, beautiful. Off we go. Just like that. You can shoot the jib in just a little bit. We'll head upwind a little bit and just
From the wood shop to the water, I think I've officially gone full Maine.
Oh, lovely. Come on.
Just another summer afternoon where the hobbies include messing about in boats and quietly judging everyone else's. From one wooden boat to the next. Today we're getting a lift from a young man who's devoted his summers to living on his 1951 wooden sailboat.
She's shredded. Yeah, 74 years young. Not a lot of young sailors out here. It's been kind of funny, like this old wooden boat, a lot of people picture an older skipper kind of, I'll open the companionway and pop my head out, and they'll kind of be like, you know, where's your dad?
Just to clarify, if you went off, there would be up to me to go get back and get you?
I think I trust Kate a bit more, but.
With the wind at our backs and salt in our hair, we're pulling into our final stop of the adventure. We've lost track of time. Blame it on the summer. But not the plot. Stick around just a bit longer. Welcome to the island of North Haven, where boats outnumber cars and self-reliance is just a way of life.
The other thing is that if you want something, you got to call the mainland and get it over here. Now with Facebook We can order stuff and have it come sometimes overnight. Sometimes it don't ever show up.
This is Foy and Karen, a father-daughter team who kind of do it all around here. Since 1888, their family's been building boats right here in town. On top of that, engine repair, fuel, and towing. They even sell lobsters. In many ways, the boatyard is the heartbeat of the island, run by North Haveners through and through. This afternoon, we're heading out with the local duo on a lobster boat that, of course, Foy built himself. For over 60 years, he's been lobstering these waters. And he's still at it, even as the world changes around him. It's just what he does. Hard work is a part of their life here, and that's not changing.
That's a nice lobster. That's a male. See those two little appendages right there? The females will get a band on them, squeeze that, put it on there, and then turn it this way and take it right off. That's a small one.
With a lifetime of lobstering under her belt too, Karen's recently ventured into a new passion project, kelp farming. For her, this is a new, sustainable way of working with the ocean. Kelp is a superfood that grows fast and actually gives back to the health of the ocean by cleaning the water, as well as providing habitat for marine life. With less lobster in the ocean these days, working with kelp is a forward-thinking way to diversify their income while giving back to the ocean. And most importantly, it's a way to be on the water with her dad.
Look at that. Blue? It's like a rainbow. That is a very beautiful lobster. So they come blue?
Thanks for the North Haven lobster. Long before Europeans set foot on the island, natives gathered shellfish and seabirds from these shores. Generations later, Turner Farm carries on that tradition of feeding the locals. The island's still providing for its own. Also, turns out to be a great place to raise bees. Today we're here with Zeb Campbell, a local whose family has been on the island since 1762. Zeb grew up with a deep connection to this place. He started lobstering with his family at 8 years old and even saved up to buy his own boat by the time he was 14. But Zeb's love for honey pulled him into the world of beekeeping.
My entire senior year of high school, every single day for lunch, I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich. Yeah, you guys are gonna be good. My bees are pretty nice. You know how people say like the rivers are sort of the lifeblood of the earth? Sure. If the rivers are the veins, I feel like honey is the blood. It is the only way possible, I feel like, that you can get an absolute whole picture of what a place tastes like. Yeah. Like, how else could you really get that?
Yes.
That is incredible.
Oh, so good.
There is a floral note.
Yeah.
That is so specific.
Yeah. It is unlike any honey that I've ever had anywhere else. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, this is called the honey extractor.
If Zeb's honey is the blood of this island, then this community is the heartbeat. And the lobster, goddamn delicious crustacean that's always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Be free. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
The thing we learned about islanders? Well, they're tough and self-sufficient, but also kind and generous. Thanks for the ride, Foy. A final foggy day on the harbor. A swig of Allen's. Are we Mainers yet? Who says we can't commandeer a 100-year-old schooner for our final feast? The quarters may be tight, but our spirits are high. With great food and friends pouring in from the mist, it's gonna be a great evening. From oyster farmers to boat builders, chefs to craftsmen, we've shared tables, docks, and long days.
Thank you.
And more lobster than you can imagine.
I missed ya.
It's clear that Christian's language is cooking. He speaks through his food. And these dishes, so bright, clean, and colorful, are an expression of his Maine, the other Maine. Nothing fancy, just enough. Delicious. After miles of coast and countless hands at work, this is how it all comes together. A feast with new friends.
Super heavily.
There's always a certain sadness in leaving a place like this, like stepping out of another world and back into the real one. Maine will be back.
Yum. Lots more. Lots more. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.